I'm John Moreshead, and we've been here since January of '05, so 9+ years. In May of '13, we had a big windstorm, and I don't guess it was rated as a tornado, but it sure looked like it in our neighborhood. And at first blush, it looked like I was pretty untouched. I was missing a piece of a shingle, and my neighbor's fence missed mine completely, and everything looked okay. And I'm like wiping my brow, saying, "Phew, I missed that bullet." So the insurance agent sent me a guy by who wanted to give me a price and all that. And what mostly occupied my time at that time was a whole backyard full of downed limbs. So Josh came over, and with his eagle eye and his experience, he looked at my house and said, "John, there's a lot more going on than just a roof."
My name is Josh Volker. I'm the Director of Operations for Storm Shield. John didn't think that he had much damage. I said, let me come take a look at it before your insurance agent gets there, just to make sure that you have something worth a claim. So I went over, inspected his roof, and he had an extreme amount of damage. His roof was totaled. You couldn't tell from the ground because it's what we like to call hidden wind damage.
Josh realized that the roof really was in pretty bad shape. It was going to just evaporate the next time a wind blew by. Garage door was messed up. There's a gazebo in the back. That roof was totally pretty well shot. The gutters were gone. In the back, up high, soffit and some of the trim had blown and bent and warped and was in pretty sad shape. Some of the siding on the one side of the house that the wind was closest to had some damage, all of which the insurance company missed, but every bit of which Josh and his experience at Storm Shield was able to point out to these guys.
Typically, I always do a pre-inspection before the insurance agents are even involved, just because we save a homeowner from making a claim against themselves. In most homeowners' policy, there's a thing called ordinance or law, and what that states is that the insurance companies need to bring you up to today's current codes and standards. The majority of the time, the insurance companies come out, and I can tell you 9 times out of 10 that they will leave that off of the estimate.
Well, he even went on to show that there was a deck in the back, and that deck had some issues.
John's deck was damaged by a tree limb that snapped and fell and landed onto it, causing some of the actual paneling to bust out. It was one of the things that they had just left off of the insurance estimate. A lot of times the insurance companies, after a catastrophe, send out what we call a no-man.
I mean, Josh had to go back and negotiate, like I say, 2 or 3 times.
They go out and they look for the lowest amount of money that they can pay out or deny the claim completely.
Bottom line, that $9,000 in the end was close to 40, and the insurance company took care of all of it.
We've had a lot of instances where we've gone and gotten a reinspection on these properties, and at that point have been able to meet with the adjusters and successfully been able to get them to pay for these claims.
The best part was that Josh and Storm Shield were the general contractors to do all the repair work, and they had different crews out. They had a crew for the roof, they had a crew for the garage door, they had a crew for the gutters, they had a crew for the deck and the gazebo roof. I mean, these crews are unbelievable. They did an excellent job. I've told people the deck particularly, that's the cream of the crop.
A lot of times what insurance companies do is they ask the homeowners to get 3 competing bids. When they ask you to get 3 competing bids, essentially what they're trying to do is get you to go and find 3 cheaper bids than what they want to pay for it. What this does is it actually saves the insurance company money. You don't get to keep any of the extra money, any of the difference in between what your cheapest contractor is willing to do the work for and what the insurance company is willing to pay for. The insurance company keeps that extra money.
Josh came out with all of his books and models and designs and all that stuff, and so we chose the colors, we chose the trim patterns, we chose all that stuff.
Storm Shield only uses the highest quality materials to repair your home, such as GAF and Owens Corning.
And I just really, really appreciate Josh and what he and Storm Shield have done to recoup the damage that the wind and the storm had done on this house?
It comes down to, what do you want for your $500 to $1,000 deductible? Do you want, the $10,000 roof that the insurance company rightfully owes to you, or do you want the $7,000 roof that you're going to have some guy come out and essentially cut corners to try and save himself the extra money on that?
I really can't say enough about how well Storm Shield took care of me and our house.
For the past 8 years, Storm Shield has advocated against undervalued and denied claims. If your property has been damaged by a storm recently, call us and let us do a free 40-point inspection on your property and put our advocacy program to work for you.